Hi guys, so I thought I'd come to you today with a video about my favorite drugstore eyeshadows. And the reason why I want to do this video is because I've realized that over the past few months I've been reaching for my drugstore eyeshadows a lot. And I never bought drugstore eyeshadows until about probably a few months ago. And the reason why is because I've always felt that, in my opinion, there weren't a lot of good quality eyeshadows at the drugstore. At least from my experience, and I've only bought high-end eyeshadows because of the quality, their pigmentation, and just the wearability of them and the range of colors. But lately, I'm sure you guys know that over the past year, drugstore brands have really upped their game, and they've really changed a lot of their formulas and made their shadows comparable to high-end products, to where you can get just as good quality of product, but for a lot less expensive, for a lot less pretty much, and you spend less money. But again, you have to kind of be careful, because I found that when I did spend money on higher end eyeshadows, I would save my money, look for sales, and I would typically only use that palette for a long amount of time. Whereas now I'm kind of honestly realizing that I've bought a lot of drugstore brands and I'm not using them each up. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like a catch-22, because you feel justified in spending only like $5 on an eyeshadow versus when you maybe spend $20, $30, or even $40 or $50 on an eyeshadow palette, because it's like, oh, I can buy a lot of them. Well, I think I'm kind of going to put a hold to my buying of drugstore. But there are a few colors I still would like to try, and one of the brands I'm going to show you, or one of the shadows I'm going to show you, there are a couple of colors that I do want to still try. And then I think my goal is to try to use up one palette and use it all up, maybe, maybe is a key word, before I venture into buying any other palettes from the drugstore. But again, it's kind of that whole thing where it's like they're only like $5-7 maybe versus 50, so that's kind of thing how I can justify it. I don't know if you guys are following me, but it is neat because you can get deals and sales like at CVS. I know Walgreens and Ulta, they always have buy one get one half off, or buy one get one free, or there's 40% off sales, and of course you can justify it then. So at this point, I guess let me just stop rambling and get on with the video. I'm going to show you a eyeshadow brand that I just recently discovered that's been around, and yes, I am late on the bandwagon, but like I said, I just had never tried them, and they are the Wet n Wild palettes, and I did buy a few of them. I have 4 total palettes, and I have 3 trios, and then I have 1 shadows of 8. Now these are really inexpensive. I think these are like only $2, so I mean, honestly, $2 or $3 to spend is really justifiable for the quality that you get. And the one shadow I'm going to show you today is called Silent Treatment. And you can get a really nice wearable look with this, or you can get a really intense. It's got a pretty peachy pink color up here, a black and like maroon with, almost comes up black, but it looks like kind of a little maroon. And then you've got a really pretty taupey color. Now the thing I like about this palette the most is that they're very creamy and very pigmented. Very nice. So this is a great palette. And one that I haven't actually tried yet, I'm trying to figure out the color combo and when and what to wear it with, but I know they tell you right on the packaging where it goes, but I'm a little bit intimidated by it. Oh, I guess I'll show you it first. It's called I'm getting Sunburn. It's got a really pink, frosted pink, a really pretty brown maroon color, then a nice golden bronze color on the bottom, and it looks like this. You've got the gold, like the brown maroon color, and you've got the really pretty frosted pink. So that's a really pretty one. And then the last trio that I have is called Walking on Eggshells, and that's what I'm wearing today. And it looks like this. You've got a really pretty creamy white highlight color, a really pretty brown, medium brown here, and then you've got a really pretty pinky, pink and peach together is called peachy, and a really flesh tone color here. So very nice day-to-day look, kind of what I'm wearing today, if you guys can see. And then the last palette I have from Wet n Wild is called Comfort Zone, and it looks like this. You've got your pretty taupe and greens on one side, and your pretty pinky browns on the other side. So very nice. And I'm going to show you one that I have from Maybelline that's so similar to this one. But the other single shadow I have from Wet n Wild is a really pretty taupe color called Nutty. Looks like this. Really nice color. You can wear this on your lid with a paint pot or cream shadow. You can put this in your crease for just a nice definition look. Very pretty satin finish. If you build it up, it can be frosted, but not too much. But that's it for my Wet n Wild stuff that I have. Let me show you Maybelline, because that's the palette that's similar to this Comfort Zone that I want to show you guys. It's called the Maybelline Expert Wear Eyeshadow Sunbaked Neutrals, and it looks like this. Very pretty. You've got your green, you've got like a golden bronze, a very matte brown, and you've got another satin. The thing about this little 8 shadows is it has 3 different finishes. So you've got a nice pretty satin, you've got a matte, and then you've got a really high shimmer, which is so nice because you can do so many looks with this, and you've got lots of different colors. So very nice. This was only, I think, $5.99. So again, it's really nice quality for really good price. And then if you guys can see the Comfort Zone from Wet n Wild, it looks so similar. See? And I didn't realize that when I bought these, because I bought them at separate times. And I guess I'm really drawn to the neutral colors. You guys see the greens and the bronze and stuff in there. Very similar, but very nice. And then the other Maybelline quad that I have, I should say, is from their Stylish Smokes line. And I have the one that's called Natural Smokes. Very, very pretty. You've got a base. You've got a taupe, a medium brown, and then a dark brown for the liner. Very cool because I tell you where to put this, but you can use it in a combination of ways, okay? And then I guess you guys all know what I'm going to see next are my favorite from Maybelline that they came out with a few, actually almost beginning of this year, I think, or the end of last year. I don't know. I don't know when they came out with it, but anyway, I'm trying to find them all. Is the Color Tattoo Eye Studios. And I have 4. There it is. This is the Bold Gold. Very pretty color. And then I have the Too Cool, which is a frosted. These are all frosted, actually. I didn't realize that when I got them, but this is a Too Cool for a great highlight or your inner corner. And then I also have Pomegranate Punk, which is a pretty maroonish pink, purplish, I guess. Very nice. And then I also have the, if I can get this lid back on, I'll show you guys. Oh. I have Bad to the Bronze, which looks like this. And I know there's tons of reviews on these on YouTube, but I'm just showing you my favorite drugstore shadows I've used. And I have to tell you, these are great because these are a cream shadow, but they're also crease resistant. And I have worn these by themselves. I've worn them with other shadows, and it's been a great base or by itself, and it hasn't creased all day. And I have to say, my eyelids are not oily, so it's pretty good. Now, if your eyelids are really, really oily, then they might crease on you a little bit, but not even that much. So these are really nice. And like I said, I got all the frosted ones, which I wasn't aware that I did that. So that's it from Maybelline. The other collection that I have is from NYX, and they can be found at Ulta, or like for me where I live, there's a mall that has a huge display of these. And these are not considered high-end by any means, but these have always, I think, been a staple in drugstore makeup that's been good quality, and you've been good money. You get you pay for what you get normally, but my point is they're really inexpensive. Like one of these eyeshadows, I have 5 eyeshadows. I think like one of these costs like $3.99 or $4.99, I think. And just really neat products for the price. And I'm going to show you the colors I have. I just recently got Milk, which is a great base color. I have Pots and Pans, which is a really pretty silver color. I have Purple, and it's called Purple Velvet. Then I have a color called Lemon, which is really green, which I don't know why they don't just call it Lime. But you know, in Mexico they do call lime lemon, so that could be why. I don't know. And then I have black bean. So you guys can see how very creamy those are. And the thing with these, they will crease. You need to wear a primer with these and don't put a ton on. Now, I don't know, the only color I have here, the black bean and the milk, are kind of matte. The other three are more like a frosted shimmer. So if you guys know of any other colors that are more of the matte, let me know, because I didn't take the time to look through them. I mean, I've had some of these for a long time, and you know, I didn't get all of these at the same time, but I didn't take the time to look at their line to see if they had any matte ones. But it seems to me they have a lot of frosted cream shadow bases. Okay, now as far as NYX eyeshadows go, I only have 3. And the 3 that I have had 2 of them for a long time. I've got this really pretty purple color from the regular line. It looks like this. Very pretty purple. And I have this color called Sahara. Now, Sahara is a great kind of all over your lid neutral color. Great for your crease. Kind of reminds me of MAC's Grain. So if you guys have Grain from MAC and you would want to try it, the Sahara to me is the most comparable to that, because it just gives you a nice shimmer on your lid. And the one that I recently got is from their matte line, and it's called In the Buff, but it's navy. So very funny to me, but it's very pigmented, very nice. So that's it from NYX. Now, the one thing I do have from Physicians Formula is called their Shimmering Strips palette, the nude one. And very pretty packaging. I don't know if you guys see that. It's got like lace around it. Very nice. Very cute. But if you look at the colors, they're so pretty. And I think this is a great quality eyeshadow for the price. They normally retail for about, I think, $11 or $12. But guys, I got mine for only $1.74 because I shouldn't be telling you this because they don't have it anymore. So I'm sorry, but CVS had 40% off of Physicians Formula, and I shopped there for a lot of drugstore stuff, and I had a $5 rewards money, so I put it towards this purchase and got this for $1.74. So I want to try this, but when I got this, I thought this was comparable to the Naked 2 palette. But in fact, guys, I have another high-end palette that this is so similar to. And I'm not trying to do a dupes, but I'm just showing you how you can find really good drugstore shadows that are comparable to high-end. So, I don't know if you guys have seen this palette before. It's called the Naked Eye Too Faced. And I'm going to open up and show you these colors. So look at that. See how pretty? Too Faced does have some really pretty colors. They're very matte, and there's some shimmer, and their satin finishes. Now look at this color range. See how similar? So you've got your black at the bottom, you've got your grays, your taupes, your pinks, your whites. So it's very, very similar. The only difference is, of course, is that this one has more matte and this one's, you're gonna have more shimmer. But if you like the colors and this palette, then they're really the same. The thing about this palette I like is they block them off in 3s. So the top 3 are great for like a day look. The next 3 are great for like if you want more of an intense look. And then if you look at the bottom 3, those colors are darker, so you can have more of a dramatic look. So you go from dark to light, but they're set in 3s to make 3 different looks. So I thought that was pretty neat. That's how they did that. And the packaging is really nice too. So those are nice ones. My other drugstore colors I've had forever are my Ulta ones. And I hate to do this because I have the other 2 in my makeup kit that I use on clients and stuff. And these are the ones I have for me. But this is a copper bronze. Very pretty color. And this tells you how old they are, because I don't even know if Ulta still makes their shadows like this. They could, I can't remember. But anyway, this is my favorite orange color of all time. So those are my 2 Ulta that I have that I use on myself. And then I don't know if these are considered drugstore, but I would, just because you don't buy them at a department store. They're the Avon. And again, I have some more in my kit that I use, but these are the ones I have for me. This is called Citrus Ombre by Avon. It reminds me of Expensive Pink by MAC. So very pretty color. And I'm just giving you a comparative color so you know what they kind of compare to. And then I have this really pretty color that's called Lime Limit or something. Very pretty green. I guess you could compare this a little bit to Humid. Humid is a little bit darker forest green to me. This is a little bit lighter, but it's in the same family range. So very nice. And let me swatch that for you guys. It's really a very pretty color. So that is it as far as showing you what I have. Now my favorite, I think, all-time shadows that I really have enjoyed for a long time, and then the ones that are more recent, I'll have to go with this Ulta Orange. Is like my favorite orange drugstore shadow. I have never found another orange like this, hence why I don't use it that much, but I'm afraid that if I use it all, I'll never find a color like this again. So love this one. My other favorite, I have to say, from the drugstore that I've always used has to be the Sahara color by NYX. As you can tell, it's gone down. This is a perfect natural lid color for an everyday look. I've loved this for a long time. And then I have to say my more recent favorites have got to be the Maybelline Color Tattoo. And these are just great quality. I've always loved MAC paint pots, and these are, for me, a little bit better because they don't crease as much. I still love the consistency of MAC, don't get me wrong, but these are just great for the price, and you get a lot of product that does a little bit more, so that's good. And then lastly, my favorite palette that I've been reaching for probably the most over the past month has got to be the Maybelline Natural Bakes, because you've got so much of a range in here of formulas and colors you can do so many great combinations with. So this has probably been my favorite one the past month. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, go try some other eyeshadows. The ones that I want to try out next when there's a sale is the L'Oreal Infallible shadows. That's the one I was telling you that I still will probably go try, because I've heard there's some really pretty colors. So I actually do have one. Gosh, see, I forget, guys. I do have one. Forgot about it. It's a continuous cocoa one, and I want to try the blue. There's like a shimmery champagne color called Iced Latte, and I want to try the black one. So see, my brain, I'm so tired, guys, sorry. But anyway, that's it actually, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope to come to you guys with a tutorial. If you guys have any looks that you want me to try, please let me know down below. I will definitely be posting a link on my blog for my favorite eyeshadows, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.